So many things to discredit Islam, to discredit Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah said, but don't mind them.
لقد من الله على المؤمنين إذ بعث فيهم رسولا.
Allah said, don't mind them. Allah has blessed you because He raised Muhammad among you.
يتلو عليهم آياته.
He is reading the signs of Allah upon you. But I'm coming. When I'm telling you, I'm coming. Yatlu alayhim ayatihi. What are the signs of Allah that Muhammad is reciting to us? When Quran mentions ayah, there are two concepts of ayah. You can say it is a verse of the Quran, and you can say it is a sign of Almighty Allah. They call it ayatullah, that the signs of Almighty Allah. The Prophet ﷺ was teaching us the two concepts of ayah of Allah. He reads Quran to us, and he also reads the sign of Almighty Allah in our life to us.
يتلو عليهم آياته.
The sign of the Quran, the ayahs of the Quran, we all know it. How many verses are there in the Quran? Or verses? Let me see who will get close to the answer. Huh? Six. We are going to recalculate. Because General said it, I don't want to agree. But he said it's 6,266. That could have been only the ayah of Almighty Allah. And I don't know whether you agree with me or not, that 6,266 cannot just be the signs of Almighty Allah. And if you don't agree, Let's go to Surah Al-Kahf, where Allah says that if all the water,
قل لو كان البحر مدادا لكلمات ربي لنفد البحر ومداد كلمات ربي ولو جئنا بمثله مددا.
Allah says, if you give all the water in this earth to make them as ink, and all the trees to make it as a pen,
لنفد البحر
the entire water will finish, and even the pen, they will be weak, they will not be able to do anything.
ولو جئنا بمثله
Allah said that when they finish writing, and you still bring more and more of that, without dinner believe the image that you increase the number, multiply that thing which you have. Allah says it can never complete writing the word of God. So now you can now Allah now says Muhammad is now reciting to us ayati, the signs of Allah. Among the ayat of Almighty Allah that God has been reciting to us, Quran people say wafi amusikun abalatu tibun. Chinese food. You know when you are eating Chinese food, when you off it, you sing, you sing. When you on it, you sing. That's how you eat Chinese food.
يتلو عليهم آياته.
That Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is reciting the signs of Allah to us. Among the signs of Allah that Prophet has been reciting to us, it is about our environment. It is about the climate among us. Before we ask us, Quran will say, "Fansuru ila al-ibil." Kaifa khuliqat. Allah says, among the signs given to us that look at Allah said, look at camel. What Allah is telling us in camel, we don't understand that verse. In camel, camel can walk for 3 months without water, without food. You think Allah is just talking for talking sake? There is a particular something in the system of camel that is called rumen. You know what they call rumen? Rumen is a special stomach in the stomach of camel that is like a storage tank. Camel will eat rumen, it will eat grasses, it will save it in that rumen. And when he's hungry, that grass will come to his mouth and will now eat it and go back to his stomach. They now, about 4 of them, they call them ruminants. Have you ever heard what they call ruminants? That they can eat, they will keep it in one store and they will bring back to their mouth when they are hungry and they will now bring it back to the place where they want to use it. And I say,
أفلا ينظرون إلى الإبل كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت.
and I say, have you not looked up and see the clouds? And see the cloud. Have you not seen the sky upon your head? You've not seen what we did in that place. Are you not worried? Are you not disturbed? Are you not amazed? When you open your eye, you just look up. Just look at only this small something we have. How many pillars do we have on this small something? You can count like 16. And it's not up to a ballpoint of what Almighty Allah created in his heaven.
وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت.
And I said, can't you also see the way we make hill as a stabilizing factor in the way which we are created? I do not know whether you have entered plane when people are not plenty. you will discover that they won't ask all of you to sit in one place. They will scatter you inside that place if you are not plenty. The essence is they are using you as stabilizing factor in that plane when you are going. So you have become a hill, a rock inside that place to stabilize the movement.
وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت.
And I say, can't you even see the art? What do they call it? What do you call it? No, it's not spherical. The way in which the art is done. Have you ever heard what they call denudation? When not the topography, I want to remember the way the thing called in science, the way the house itself is made of. And I said, have you not seen it? Huh? Undulation, that's what I really want to say. Undulation. That is that those soldiers, they are close to God more than us. Huh? So they call it in the village, they call it undulation. Undulating is you move the way the earth is. That's why you are saying you are undulating. If it is high here, you move high there. If it is low there, you move down there. That's what they call undulating. But the real creation of it is called undulation. In this, Allah said, are you not looking at this earth? We have created it.
كيف سطحت وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت.
Almighty Allah said, this prophet has told you, it's not just an ordinary human being. It's not just anybody, it's not any man like any other man.
يتلو عليهم آياته.
Allah said, He is teaching you the signs of Almighty Allah. Among the signs that the prophet is teaching us is even in our environment. Because Allah himself commanded him that this environment is important to you. It must not be corrupted. And when you corrupt it, you will face the consequences. Do you know that the verse of the Quran? Allah says that Quran says that when you corrupt the earth,
لا تفسدوا الأرض بعد إصلاحها ولا تفسدوا الأرض بعد إصلاحها.
Allah says, Sa'ara al-fasad
ظهر الفساد في البر والبحر بما كسبت أيدي الناس ليذيقهم بعض الذي عملوا لعلهم يرجعون.
Quran says,
ظهر الفساد في البر والبحر بما كسبت أيدي الناس ليذيقهم بعض الذي عملوا.
Quran says, Sa'ara al-fasad fil barri wal bahr. The corruption, you have misused the environment. Allah says, you have misused the environment.
بما كسبت أيدي الناس في البحر.
That's what Almighty Allah is saying. That the misusage of climate, of the environment on earth and in the ocean has appeared.
بما كسبت
And
أيدي
all of you
الناس.
said, and it is because of the human effort. What we do is the one that corrupted the earth and the ocean.
ليذيقهم بعض الذي عملوا لعلهم يرجعون. ليذيقهم بعض الذي عملوا لعلهم يرجعون. قل سيروا في الأرض فانظروا كيف كان
Now, this is where I'm going. Allah said the hands of we human beings, we are the one that we are misusing the environment. That the environment became problem to us. And that is what we saw in Maiduguri today. That they say 70% of everybody in Maiduguri has been submerged. That also started in Kebbi. I don't know whether you are aware that the water is overflowing from Futajalon and is almost getting to Kebbi continuously. As yesterday, that you are seeing. Why did we get to this level? Quran said, وَقُلْ سِيرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ
قل سيروا في الأرض فانظروا كيف كان عاقبة الذين من قبلهم كان أكثرهم مشركين.
Allah said that move around and see the way people have done the environment to be. When we are small, when they were trying to discourage us from Christianity, they will say the Russian people that they hate God, they have done their own sky, that they said they don't want God's son. I don't know whether you experienced it when you are young. They said so that we can hate communism. They said the Russians said they don't want God at all. They are covering the sky and they want their own rain. They want their own sun. They said they don't want Allah's sun. They don't want Allah's rain. Those are the illustrations that we were given when we were in primary school. Allah said, move round.
فانظروا كيف كان عاقبة الذين من قبل.
Look at what has the resultant effect or of those who have misused the environment that the prophet was telling you and you refuse to listen to him.
كان أكثرهم مشركين.
Allah said, those who refuses to, those who are misusing the environment, Allah said, they are people who did not believe in Almighty Allah, who thought their own brain, their own intelligence, the only thing that they are in need of, and they believe that intelligence they have is their God. They now say God does not exist, or they do not appreciate the existence of God. Allah says, this Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
يتلو عليهم آياته.
Allah said, this Muhammad is reciting to you the signs of Almighty Allah.
ويزكيهم.
You know the only worship of Allah that pleases you is salat. Go and ask any other person. There is no other form of worship in the world that is comparable to salat. The 5 daily prayers that we see. The Christian, I'm sorry, if they say they are going for worship, it is song or preaching or dancing, which I can actually do by myself. I don't know whether you have also seen other religions. I don't know whether you have seen the Baha'i religion. Do you know Baha'i religion? We call them the Who religion. When they want to worship God, they say Who. They call them the Who religion. I don't want to bring down other religions, but I want us to know that there is no other concept of worship as complete to mean sincere worship of Allah like salat. There is nothing like the salat. Because salat is the only thing that if they ask you, you don't even know it. The concept of salat to Yoruba people, they say somebody, Yoruba concept of worship is that the thing that you want to worship, you must see it, including almost every human being. When they want to worship, they will either put a stone or you buy a bag of cement, you created something, that is your God, and you'll be bound to it. Or you can go and cut a tree in your house and you make it look like something and you'll be bound for it. For Yoruba, when Islam came, they find it difficult to understand somebody worshiping without anything in his front. They now say this is the person that is worshiping heaven. And tó ń kí ìrun. Somebody who's and tó ń kí ọ̀run, that is only worshiping something that is in heaven because there is nothing in his front. Yorùbá ní ó ń kírun. That is worshiping the deity that is in heaven that no eyes can see. And that is the word of ìrun kíkí. Ẹni yẹn ń kírun in Yorùbá language. Because it is the only thing that your mind will be consciously attached to the spirit of Almighty Allah. It is the only thing when you do takbiratul ihram, your hands will be like this. It means everything in this world, oh Allah, it is in my hand. And you say Allahu Akbar, and you bring it and say, I've dropped it just to worship you, my God. You put your hand in your chest that I don't have anything remaining in my hand except between me and you. ويزكيهم
ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة.
I said, this Muhammad that I'm telling you, that you will not know that Allah has blessed you. Anybody that Allah has blessed and that person is observing 5 daily prayers, wallahi yazim, you don't know what God has done for you. There is nobody that will be observing salat and he will enter hellfire.
اتل ما أوحي إليك من الكتاب وأقم الصلاة إن الصلاة تنهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون.
He emphasized that this Muhammad I will tell you, he has warned us that we should be continually reading the Quran. And that is why we can have the verses, the signs of Almighty Allah. When we read the Quran, I don't know whether it's there I mentioned it. If you are challenged, you have a problem, open the Quran and see whether you have answer or not. Open anywhere in the Quran, close your eyes, don't read anything. Just open the Quran and check whether you will have answer and solution or not. I'm telling you from experience. I've done it severally and I've experienced it severally. When you open the Quran, it gives you a guide. It gives you a solution. If you don't speak Arabic, choose the translated one. Open it, you try it whether it will guide you or not.
كل ما أوحي إليك من الكتاب.
Allah says that whatever has been revealed to you, just read it from that book. And they also observe your prayers. The 5 daily prayers, there was a woman who reported her children to me that they are not praying. These children, they are around 18 and 23 years. The woman was sad that her children were not observing 5 daily prayers. I now told Madam, I said, Aja, tell these children to see me. When those children came, I now said, I said, that's your mommy is an old school. Don't listen to her. After this say you must be praying 5 times in a day. He said, to do what? I said, life is. He said, yeah, you understand. I said, yes, I understand now. I said, just 2 things you will be doing for me. Anytime you wake up in the morning, if it is 10 a.m., make sure you pray Sufi prayers. Anytime you come back in the night, if it is 10 p.m., make sure you pray the Isha prayer. Say to the remaining one, I will tell God, God has given you. They say, hey, this is what we want. Do you understand? This is convenient for us. I said, just make sure that those two you do it continuously. By the time they were doing it for the second week, nobody told them to observe the other 5 daily prayers. Inna salata
أنها عن الفحشاء والمنكر ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما
If you want to test God, somebody that is not praying, just tell that person to be praying only Sunday prayer at his convenient time and the shy prayers at his convenient time and watch him. Everything in his life will change positively. Just try it. Everything in that person's life will change positively. But just make, I say, even if you are drank alcohol, don't work. Just go and back. Just go and drink. And wallahi lazim, up to today, the woman is about close to 80 now. Anywhere you hear and anywhere, even when she's not invited, the woman will be there.
لقد من الله على المؤمنين إذ بعث فيهم رسولا من أنفسهم
Why will you not be happy? When I've blessed you more than your peers, when I've shown my mercy upon you blindly without considering other people who didn't join you as Muslim,
إذ بعث فيهم رسولا
when I give you the honor of placing my prophets among you,
يتلو عليهم
is reading the signs of Allah upon to all of you.
ويزكيهم
And to guide you to something that cleans and purifies you.
ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة
And he's also teaching you the book and the book of wisdom. When I left off that, he's teaching you the book and wisdom. A friend was attending a training in Israel. He's an intelligence officer in one of the countries in the world. He said their teacher now asked them when they want to teach them a particular topic. He said, who among you is a Muslim? My friend raised up his hand. Okay, who among you can read Arabic? My friend also raised up his hand. He said, do you know everything we are teaching you is actually from the Quran and from the mouth of Muhammad? And these are people who do not believe in Islam at all. It's not about being honest, it's about knowledge. We the Muslims don't have knowledge, we are throwing it away. So I know the man. If you listen to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his own head advices, if you follow the advice of the prophet on life, not of spiritual things, one life you can never be saved. If you follow because he said he's teaching us, he's reading the book for us and wale hikmah.
والحكمة
I do not know whether you have read about war or because general is there, I don't want to talk about war. Have you ever read about leadership? There's something they call strategy in leadership, of which most leaders, I'm sorry, that we are having, they don't know anything about it today. If you look at strategy, there's what we call strategy in leadership. If you follow the teachings of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if there is a golden award for leaders, and you follow Muhammad, you'll be getting it every year. That I'm very sure. I remember when I was doing my master's in public admin, we were plenty, and the lecturer was telling us something. He told me I was talking. The lecturer was talking, I was talking. The man behind me said, why are you talking? I said, I know all these things in the Quran now, so they can't teach me anything new. He said, what course did you read in first degree? I said, I read Islamic studies. The guy too said, if you read Islamic studies but didn't know this, if you don't know Quran, hardly is there any way when you want to be a better person, and you follow the teaching of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi
Sallallahu alayhi
wasallam,
wa sallam.
and the entire world will not be looking for you. While he was in Medina,
Sallallahu
there
alayhi wa
was a
sallam.
woman that anytime the prophet was passing, that woman used to pour dirt on him. Almost every day, we throw stones on Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Then there was a day Muhammad passed through where that woman was staying. Nobody threw anything on him. Second day, then the third day, the prophet now knocked the door of that woman. He said, "Salaam alaikum." And the woman now opened the door. I said, Aja, for long we have not been seeing you. The woman asked Muhammad, said, "See me?" The prophet said, "Yes." The prophet said, the woman said, "Do you know me?" The prophet said, "Yes, I know you." Then the woman asked the prophet, "Okay, who am I?" The woman was asking the prophet. Then the prophet said, "You are the woman that used to throw stone at me whenever I pass." He said, "You didn't see me and now you are still looking for me." The prophet said, "Yes. That is what God has sent you to do to me. That is why I have to look for you."
Sallallahu alayhi wa
And
sallam.
she now, Muhammad discovered that the woman has been very sick. The woman now told him that she has been very sick. That's why. There are them. The prophet stood. He said they should go and bring all those who are medically inclined people among his women to come and take care of that woman. And they took care of her, and she became well. The first thing she could do when she was able to walk was to come to the mosque to accept Islam.
Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. إذا شئت أن تلقى إلهك سالما
So that's it. I don't know which I left.
عليك بأخلاق النبي محمد.
When Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, after the battle of Kandak, the battle of Trench, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they were all going to Mecca, all the Muslims. They have won everybody. As they were going, to those who have not accepted Islam, they said, "Hada Yawmul Hamam." They said, "This is the day of Armageddon." And what does that mean? That Muhammad will eliminate all those who have not accepted Islam. He said, "Hada Yawmul Hamam." It is a day of Armageddon, that nobody will remain. And when Muhammad said, "No, Hada Yawmul Hamam," that today is the day of mercy, that I forgive all of you. Then nobody, no blood must be split today, because today is the day of mercy. And that is why everybody in Mecca that day, they prostrated to accept Islam. This is our own prophet Muhammad.
Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
In Mecca, when he got to Mecca, when he got to Medina, I'm cutting the story short so that we can understand the import of it. Those who came to receive him in Medina, it was led, as at that time, Muslims, there were few that are in Medina, because after the second part of Al-Aqaba, let me explain a little bit about Al-Aqaba. There is a place called Aqaba that is not far from Mecca. About 3 communities, they were living in Medina. We have the Aus, we have the Khazraj, and we have the real citizens. The Aus and the Khazraj, they are tribes of Jewish tribes that are there. Many of us don't know why the Jews are plenty in those areas. I think that's another story of another day. There was a prediction that a prophet will be coming from Arab, who is a brother of the Jews, and that prophet will leave Mecca for Medina, and more than 1,000 years, some Jews have been hearing that story. They moved to Medina because they want to be those who will welcome that prophet. That was the basis why the Jews were plenty in Medina. When Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came, there was a crisis. You know why the colonial masters, why they succeeded in Nigeria initially? Not the outside, Yorubas, the Igbos. Nobody was ready to come down for the other. Everybody believed that he's a leader on his own. So when the colonial masters now came, and they came as the leader of the three tribes, everybody accepted them with joy. Because it is not Hausa that is the leader, it is not the Yoruba, it is not. So they all accepted it. Muhammad's life, but his own was that it looked like that, but it was not like that. He came, and everybody in Medina was looking for sincere leadership. Incidentally, Muhammad was the one that came. And when he came, he now called everybody. They now wrote a constitution. They call it Medina Charter. You can write it down. Today you can Google it. Just write Medina Charter. Charter is like constitution. Charter is Chatter. I think I'm correct. R-C-E-R, yes. C-H-A-R-T-E-R, yes. Charter, yes. That is Medina Charter. Or you can write Medina Constitution. You will see that constitution was promulgated in 623 AD. And up to today, it's still working. What are the main teachings of that constitution? Those who are nobody, he gave them their rights. The minority, they have their rights. The majority, they have their rights. And he protected everybody in such a way that nobody will cheat other person. And he introduced what they call a kind of symbiosis way of life to everybody. And that is why we've never heard of any crisis in Medina since that day up to today.
Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Those are leaders. Then there was a day before he became the prophet.
Sallallahu alayhi wa
They
sallam.
wanted to put the black stone when they are rebuilding the Kaaba. They wanted to put the black stone in a particular place in Kaaba. All the tribes were entitled to it. They are now looking for how can we put this in the where it will be in the Kaaba. And anybody that carried the black stone automatically becomes the leader, the king of Meccan people. So there was a crisis. They said, we will all sit down and we will wait for anybody that will pass. Now, anybody that first passed through here, we will ask him to decide for us. Incidentally, Muhammad passed. When Muhammad passed, they now ask him, they say, our son, Muhammad, the son of Abdullah, please tell us, what can we do with this kind of crisis where we are? Because Allah asked them, he said, go and get a black strong cloth, and all the family members put the cloth down. All of you should roll the cloth or to roll the stone on the cloth. When you roll it, all of you should now carry it together, and you place it where it will be, and that is where it was up to today.
Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Everybody was carried along. If you are a leader, when you are talking of strategic leadership, how many of our leaders have that today? Most of them cannot think out of the box. They cannot even raise money where there is money. Hardly is there any state in this country that cannot stand as a country on its own. But because we do not have strategic leaders who can bring the wealth of those states out for the betterment of those who are there, everybody is waiting for the free money from the center. And Muhammad
Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. ويزكيهم ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة وإن كانوا من قبل لفي ضلال مبين.
Allah said that before that time, their body was dead. The because we raise the prophet among them. And among the things that God has trained us or has guided us to do, it is the environment, which we have all abandoned. The Muslims were looking so strange as if it is not our teaching, as if it's not the teaching of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Do you know the concept when Allah is saying Zahar al-Fasad, have you ever found the concept of flora and fauna? Do you know what they call flora? Is there any biologists here? Flora and fauna. Flora is the vegetation life. That is all trees and grasses. Fauna is the animal life. That there is a working relationship between these animal and grasses. When I say grasses, I mean trees, vegetation generally. There is a serious relationship between fauna and flora, or between animal and trees. But if one is disturbed, the other one will get extinct, and the entire environment will be affected. And the Prophet has told us that when a woman will enter hellfire because that woman was rearing a cat in her house, and she tied the cat down without providing food for that cat, and that cat died of hunger. The prophet that woman is likely to end up in hellfire because of the cat. And the prophet also told us that we should go and be planting trees. When you plant tree and animals are eating from it, man or men are eating from it, and is providing shade, and people have the opportunity to use the leaf, to use the bark, to use the root for anything, then it becomes a continuous charity for you. That even when you die, that sadaqah, the reward will still be with you in paradise. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the only one that has made us to know that what we need should be what we should look for. Many people were now talking about tree planting. They talk of the shade. I told people, I said in Nigeria, we don't need plenty shade. What we need is something that will fill our stomach. For example, I use myself as an example. If I eat very well, if I'm not hungry, I can walk in the sun for 13 hours and I will not be tired. That is if I'm not hungry. We do not need faith plenty. What we need is food and good health. And how many of us who are in this mosque will have an umbrella when we are going out in the afternoon? So I'm talking of Nigeria. I'm talking of Nigeria. I want to localize that hadith in Nigeria. That's where I'm going. So if you now want to plant a tree in Nigeria, you should be able to plant a tree that will give us food and give us good health. Not just only shade alone. If you give us trees that give us shade, you see people, they will cut it to go and prepare food. I don't know whether you know that. So if you are just planting tree that is not useful, people can eat from it, you are wasting your time in Nigeria. Because they will cut it, they will sell it to make money or sell it to go and cook food. So we now decided that in AL-HABIBIYYAH, we want to expand the messages of our noble prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And today we are going to launch a tree planting campaign, a tree that is leaf, people used to sell it. The fruit, it cures and it serves as food. So even when the leaves are falling off, some people will be cleaning it because they will sell it. So it means it will not dirty the environment. We don't need a cleaner to clean where we are going to plant that tree. Because the leaf itself is big money, especially the dry one. So it means we now decided that we want to plant at least 100 tree of soursop from today. And alhamdulillah, I can say that by the special grace of Allah, everybody that has participated, you don't need to have money. You can tell other people that this is what we are doing. If you have money, you can still tell other people, you still have more reward. A friend told me that he want to buy all the tree. I said we don't want. But back in their name, he said we want to start with 100. He said we give 100. If you give us the money, we are not going to use the money to buy the tree. I told him we are dividing it into three. I can allow you to buy 40 maximum. We should allow other people too to be part of this thing. They are not the only one who is looking for heaven. So let the little one which we have, let it serve. He gave me money. I said I don't want. People who are there will tell you. Wallahi, I said I don't want. But I collected it. I said I will use this money for something else. I will only use the one that will buy only 40. You can't get 50%. Because he knows the implication of the tree we want to plant. If we plant the tree, many people will be stealing it. Somebody asked me that when we plant it out there, people are stealing it. I said, then it means our reward becomes double. Even if that person steal and sell, we now have triple rewards. Somebody asked me, why are we not planting orange or mango? I said, when it's the season of orange or mango, if you have just 100 naira, 50 naira, you can buy. Nobody is using their leaves per se. I said, but this fruit you want to plant, but if you need now, before you can get, you must take a taxi to a place where you will get. And the cheapest you can have is the most expensive fruit in Nigeria today. The minimum you can get it is 500 to 800 naira. I bought one for 3,000 naira for one fruit. So we now decided that we want to flood everywhere with that tree. Even if somebody remove it and go and replant it somewhere, we still have multiple rewards. So I've told my people, I said, whatever happened to the tree we have planted, we still have reward. Everything is win-win. That is just the language. It's win-win. When we plant, people are taking the leaf, they didn't allow it to grow, we plant another one. When people they are stealing the fruit, when they take it, we will still be happy that they are stealing it. So we now decided, and today, I don't know of any other plant. It's the most expensive flower you can say you want to buy, because I bought it myself to know the price. It's 4,000 naira. One. At the end of the day, I think we have gotten the number we want. Incidentally, inshallah, we are still going to launch this planting campaign this time tomorrow in Mina, Niger State. Special grace of Allah. It's not only here in Abuja, we are still going to start there. We pray Almighty Allah in His mercy to continue to guide us to do the right thing at all the time. Continue to support us in everything we do. To forgive all our sins all the time. And to continue to bless us and all what we want. And all what we ask you, oh Allah, because we did not meet Muhammad and we believe and we trust him. Please answer all our prayers. There are 1,001 people that met the prophet and yet they did not believe him. Oh Allah, we did not meet those who met him, and yet we accepted him. Oh Allah, answer all our prayers. Oh Allah, bless us, bless our family, bless our country, that our country will become a better place. Oh Allah, guide the Muslims to do the right thing. If the Muslims are doing the right thing, because of Allah said, any country where Muslims are there, and that country is not good, it means the Muslims are not good. Oh Allah, give us the opportunity to do good things so that other people will follow us and our country will be a better country.
آمين آمين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف. آمين.
Give them support. If you see what happened one time, you feel like crying. Don't know whether you saw it. Even the flood was in Sheol Palace. Sheol Palace was like a river. So it means if you can get to that level, then there is a problem. Give them support. Allah give them support. Allah give them support. Bismillah.
لك من الأولى لما جئت يتيما وولدك ضالا فهدى يتيما فلا تقهر أما السائل فلا تنهر ربك فحدث.
If we have questions,